Good morning, and here we are at the Excel Centre in East London for the annual photography and video show, which runs every single year. They have over 200 exhibitors from across the world: Sony, Amaran, Canon, Panasonic, you name it. Pretty much every single brand is here with all of their latest gear and equipment for you to test out and play around with all of their lenses and cameras and God knows what else. And they have speakers, they have content creators, YouTubers, everything from around the world. People come here for this event. So if you're a massive tech nerd like me, you love cameras, you love camera gear, you love all the equipment that you use being a photographer or videographer or content creator, then this is the event you want to be at. It's every year in London and I'm super excited. We're just waiting for the shutters to go up. I've got a coffee, I got here early and because my kids had me up this morning, so we're just waiting to go in and I am buzzing to get inside.
Yes, that was her. So she's the other streamers that are
Jesus Christ, where do I even begin? This is a brand spanking new lens that's just been released by Sony. In fact, it's not even out yet. It's not even on the market. According to the Sony rep here, it comes out in April. And this is a 400 to 800 f6.3 to f8 G lens. Brand spanking new. It's obviously for like wildlife photographers, sports photographers, that sort of thing. But it looks really, really nice. And it actually doesn't feel that heavy. We've got it here on the Sony a7R5, which has obviously been out for a little while. But this lens apparently is not coming out until April next month. Do you know the weight of this lens?
Yes, it's 2475.
2475 grams.
Yes, grams.
So 247.
2,475. So 2 kilos, 475.
Right, so it's 2 kilos, 475 grams, this lens. It actually doesn't feel that bad, but obviously it's a massive lens, so it's going to be a bit heavy. So I'd imagine you'd have this on some sort of tripod or something like that. You wouldn't be walking around running and gunning with it. But it looks really nice, feels really nice, gives you great optics, 6.3 aperture, so you're going to get some great bokeh, some great images out of that. When this comes out, I'd highly recommend checking it out. So I've been walking around this event for the past couple, and they've got some ridiculous deals that are only available for the show. You can get cameras and lenses with hundreds of pounds off just for the show, and you get a 5-year manufacturer warranty as well. So very, very tempted to buy some of this stuff. It is absolutely incredible. If you're a camera nerd or a tech nerd like me, then this is honestly like dying and going to heaven. Anything you could possibly imagine that you would ever need for filmmaking, photography, content creation, building a home studio, anything like that, everything is here, everything in one place. They've even got some models dressed up with all the lighting and background settings done so that you could just snap a photo and get photos of them and just take these incredible images. I'll throw some images up on my screen now, but the people here as well, like I've bumped into about 4 or 5 different British YouTubers and photographers who are really nice people. Like you can just chat and have a conversation with them. They all talk about the difficulties of growing a business, the difficulties of growing a YouTube channel, and all of that sort of thing, and they're just really nice and down to earth. And you can make so many connections here. Everyone's interested in the same thing, otherwise they wouldn't be here. This whole day is just, I cannot describe how good it is, how much fun it is. If you've ever been on the fence about coming to the London Photography Show, trust me, come, you won't regret it. It is amazing. And there's talks on loads of different stands throughout the day. So you've got Adobe doing talks on Lightroom. You've got the creator stage talking about how to do lighting, composition, and how to film yourself and camera confidence and all that. You've got Sony talking about how to use their kit and equipment doing portraits. You've got all of these different talks and trainings and stuff that are all completely free. Honestly, it's incredible. So, and there's kit here as well that isn't released yet. I've just had hands-on experience with the new Sony 400 to 800 millimeter G lens, which is 6.3 aperture. That is not out yet at the time that I'm making this video and the time I'm here. So you get to have hands-on experience with things that are not even on the market yet. So it's not just going around looking at things, it's actually getting to touch things and play with things that are not released to the public yet, as well as connections with people, free trainings and experiences, and deals that you're not going to get anywhere else. I could walk away with about 10 grand's worth of kit today that would probably cost me about 15,000. So yeah, if you're ever on the fence, come here and check it out, and you'd love it. Brand new cinema prime lenses from Sirui, wherever the company is. They've just released these 3 brand new prime lenses on Kickstarter, and they're testing them out. And essentially what you get is you get 3 prime lenses for Sony E-mount, but they also come with 3 lens adapters you can change it for. Lumix, Canon, whatever camera you've got, you can change the mount to fit onto your camera system. So even if you've got one Sony camera, one Lumix, you can essentially switch the lenses between those cameras, and you get a 35mm t1.4, a 24mm t1.4, and a 50mm t1.4. All manual prime lenses, all manual focus, very little focus breathing. The bokeh looks amazing. I've tested these out here at the London Photo Show, and they are all phenomenal cameras. And the best part is they come in this amazing blue box, which you can see behind me, and it just gives it that really prime feel. And the best thing is, on Kickstarter at the moment, you can get them for just under £1,600. And when they go onto the market, they'll be probably well over £2,000. And when you look at the competition, you've got Nisi cinema lenses. Yes, you get more, you get 5 lenses in total, but you're looking at about £5,000 plus for those lenses. And if you just want to dip your toes in, these are going to be the perfect prime lenses for you. And I've tested this out, and it just is so good. So if you want to get cinema lenses, or even if you just want to get a prime lens that's manual focus and you can play around with it a bit, these are the ones to get. They are absolutely phenomenal. So I've been walking around the London Photography Show for hours. I've been to pretty much every single stall. I've played with loads of different cameras, lenses, accessories, spoke to different content creators, YouTubers, photographers, filmmakers, everything. And I absolutely love it here. But it's time to find out what people's dream camera specs are. So what we're going to do is we're going to ask some Sony camera shooters what camera they're currently shooting on, whether they're a filmmaker or photographer, and what their dream camera setup would be if they could have anything. So I'll go first. I am a A7 IV user, been using that for the last 3 or 4 years, and I absolutely love that camera. I think it's the perfect hybrid between photo and video. It does both things very, very well. There are some compromises it has, which I would like to see fixed, and my dream camera would be similar sort of sensor, maybe 38 megapixel full frame sensor with 120 frames per second 4K shooting with no crop. That would be the sort of camera specs that I would want. That's it really. So let's see what everyone else thinks. Okay, so are you a filmmaker or photographer?
A photographer.
And what are you shooting on right now?
Currently a Sony A7 Mark III, and on it is a Tamron 28-75 2.8 G2.
Excellent. And what would be your dream camera specs if you could have anything? If Sony was to make a camera just for you, what would the specs be?
It would be small point and shoot size, because I love having an everyday carry. It would be, I want to go medium format. Even the bigger the sensor, the better. Obviously, those two are opposed, you can't quite do that.
Yeah.
And fixed 28mm lens.
Oh, I love it. Nice. So something like an A7 C2 body
Yes.
That sort of size,
Yeah.
but with a fixed lens on it.
And a medium format sensor.
Excellent, love it.
There you
Thank
go.
What's your name?
Adam.
Adam, nice to meet you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, so are you a filmmaker or photographer?
I'm a photographer, but I do cinematic photography.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
So, what camera have you currently got? I see you got a Sony camera. What is that?
It's a Sony. It's a pretty old one, but it's a Sony Mark II.
Okay, the A7 II.
Yeah, A7.
Okay, yeah. And what lens have you got on the end of that?
I've got a 75 to sorry.
That's an 85 1.4 GM. Oh,
Yeah, and I've
oh, very
I've
nice.
got, a 24 to 70 mm.
Very nice. And what would be your dream camera? If you could have any camera and Sony would give it to you right now and they could make it just for you, what would it be?
It's gonna be the Sony A7 Mark IV.
A7 IV?
Yeah.
You wouldn't change anything about it?
No.
You like it as it is?
Yeah.
Awesome. That's awesome. Thank you very much, man. So I think it's safe to say I had the best time at the photography and video show this year. It is the best place for camera gear, equipment, for content creators, YouTubers, photographers, and just creative professionals that want to get their hands on the latest and greatest gear before it's released. And I didn't show it in this video, but I actually got to meet YouTubers such as M.Visuals and Watch Luke and other content creators and like-minded people who just want to nerd out and talk about all the latest gear, and it's a great place to network. So if you've ever been on the fence about going, trust me, give it a go next year. You won't regret it, and also you can bag yourself some exclusive deals and get camera gear with 5-year warranties with several £100 off. That's show exclusives. So trust me, give it a go. I had the best time and I'll definitely be going back. But thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.